Boys, and we're back. It's Sorare, Working Man's Road to Glory. Guys, we've got a good one in store. We've got the launch, as it says right there, Academy Challenges. 7 squads are fielded. Days just gone by on game week 300. The big one that everyone was leading up to. We had Asian squads. We had MLS squads. We had Champion Europe, Challenger, All-Star. We had the Specialist. We had the Casual. So we went gun-ho for it, guys. We really did. Now, did we win anything? That's a different story. We actually are going to talk, as it says in the title, stick or twist, or we'll probably say, most likely, in terms of skill or luck. And that's what you got to ask yourself. This game needs a lot of skill in terms of research, knowing the leagues, finances, you know, what can we put into the game. So, you know, under different umbrellas, but you also need a bit of lady luck, because it can go for you and it can go against you. And this week, guys, it went against us. I'm not going to lie to you, it went against us. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. But we're not going to go straight into that. What we're going to do is have a look at this first and foremost. I'm excited. I want to see what this is. And what I'm reading here is a bit of everything. We've got launching at the Bundesliga. As you know now, they've got the second leagues essentially to Bundesliga. I don't know if they've all been launched, if it's just the Bundesliga, the Serie A. I know the La Liga. Well, there you go, 6 League One clubs. Well, that's just Strasbourg, so that's actually just the League One clubs. So it's the second division, equivalent to the Championship, but in the Spanish League, Italian League, Bundesliga, etc. So we've got some second-tier players. Now, because the hype's around right now, without even looking at prices, I might be completely off base, but like anything in life, once, so I'm getting rid of all the hairs there, guys. Like anything in life, once something is new, everybody wants to be a part of it. So if you're buying players right now, it's probably the wrong time to buy players. Whenever whenever the bar's set and everybody wants something, I normally will step back. I made that mistake when they launched the very first ever sort of. Do you remember a few months ago when they did the first one where you could? It was just like one of these, not academy challenges, but it was like one of the. I'll tell you what. Let's go on to here and I'll show you what I mean. I think it was when you could go into something like. What am I looking for, guys? Come and help me out here. Specialist Limited, or there was there was underdogs, and they launched something like this a month ago for the first time, and that's when I went ahead and bought a couple of people. I bought a keeper because I really wanted him. In fact, the keeper I bought was Diego Lopez. He was at like £90. He normally only went for about £50-60 anyway. I went for 90 quid, bought him. You know, I didn't win any rewards that week. Now the guy you can buy him for £15. I know that he's moved from one club to another. I know he's 40 years old, but I'm just giving you an example. Whenever you do something in haste, in rush, that's the wrong time to do it. So put the brakes on, slow down, do your research into the right players at the right time. That's what you want to be doing. This is where I was last week, guys, and in fact, to make it a little bit easier, I'm actually going to show you what happened. I got no rewards, not one single iota, so it's not great. Did I expect to win 7 out of 7 rewards? No. Did I expect to win 1 out of 7? Yeah, 1, maybe 2 max, but definitely 1. Luck went against us. Look at this. Look at this. Now, I know I just said I was going to go into there, but I've diverted, so we're just going to go into here now. We'll go back to that in a second about the new competitions. So where did I finish here? I needed 114 points. I was never going to get it. Why? Diego Lopez, as I said, is more just a goalkeeper that just sits on the bench now. It's annoying because last season he did 30-40 odd games for Espanyol. He's now moved to who is it? It was is it Mallorca? Yeah, I think it's Mallorca. Yeah. I think it's Rayo Mallorca. It's obviously one of them that he plays for now, but he just goes on the bench. So I didn't have a goalkeeper, so I was going to get no rewards because you know, guys, as well as I do, you need either all 5 players to play. You can have one that plays, doesn't do too well, but the other 4 pick up the slack. You can have maybe even have 2 that don't do too well, 20, 30 points max, but all the rest have, 100-point games. And this is how you can get rewards. You normally need to hit around 350 points, 325, 375, 350 is an average. That's where you're looking on most leagues. Some leagues might be 250 or 300, but most time it's 3. You always want to hit that 350 threshold. So I knew I wasn't going to get anything. Kevin Vogt, he didn't actually kept a clean sheet, did brilliant, I played amazing, and I got some good points there. Didn't do too good with FCAN. What can I say? I mean, AshMann-SPORTZ, is it AshMann-SPORTZ? It didn't do too well there, but now I can do. Lee Mung-ju, again, they scored a couple of goals. He didn't assist or score, so there's now what I can do there. And Kramaric, I always tell you, is a hit and miss guy. He can either be absolutely amazing, always get you 50, 60 points, or he just plays tragic, gets you 30, 40. He's not someone you can rely on, honestly. He really isn't. But again, he's only 31 in real life. He's still got 2 or 3 really good G's in front of him. So he's good as a rotational team. So this is fine. All-star, I'm not really too bothered about not making anything here. Challenger, I had big expectations on this because it was my second week ever doing it. First week with this new guy as well, Alexis Perez, which I think some of these, I haven't gone into these prices. I probably need to do a video on how I actually purchased some of these. This guy I paid Enner Valencia for only 60 odd pounds. He was only 30 odd pounds. He was only like £10, £9, £8, 50. If you look at his scores, pretty decent. Now, what went wrong for me here? This is when it looks not on your side and when it is. This is on my side, on this guy. Gunnar Guvenc, I want to say. So he's 31 years old, Turkish goalkeeper, amazing. Didn't keep a clean sheet, conceded 2 goals. However, he gets an assist in the 80th, 90th minute, hollies the ball right to the other end, straight it goes, scores, gets an assist, would you believe it? Not otherwise he was on track to give me some ridiculous crappy points of 30 odd, whatever, 40 odd, and he gets me 75.3. So it just shows you, who could have predicted in the last few minutes of the match this guy was going to get an assist as a goalkeeper, but it happens. Probably will never happen again, but it happens. So that's when it's on your side. A bit of lady luck. Get this guy here, Alexis Perez. I'm thinking to myself, yes, he didn't keep a clean sheet. I get it. He conceded a penalty 45 minutes into the match. And this is what I like about this guy. It might only be about 10 quid to buy him on the game. Their team's not the best team in the world, They won't even finish mid-table or lower. It's fine. It's not a problem. Because sometimes you get some absolute cherry blossoms that are in bottom 5 teams. You get them for 10, 15 quid as a defender instead of going for top 6. The team as a whole won't do too well, but him as a player will, because he just scores generally higher than his other teammates. And this is what I'm looking at the moment. I've been trying to put money into the game, but trying to get some quality players out, and he was a hidden gem. So if you want him, go and get him. But as I say, he's only 27 as well, 28 now. But he was on 50, 60 points, no joke. Nearly 60 points he was on with his accelerator of 0.7. Absolutely brilliant. He then concedes a goal, and concedes a penalty, which they don't go on to score, but he concedes a penalty, knocks him down by 30 points straight away, whatever it is, 20, 30 points, which was annoying because then time he goes into the second half of the match. He had to then try and get his pointer total back up again, and obviously, they went on to concede more goals, so he didn't. But it's just frustrating that, there was something that went against you. Candias, not too much to say here. They lost the game, didn't play that well. He had an off night. It's as simple as that. But he's 34 in real life. But again, a player that cost me next to nothing, and he's good as a rotational player. I will try and improve in a lot of my plays, but right now I'm just having a bit of fun with the game, putting some in, and as the weeks will go along, we'll build them into much stronger teams. Now, these are my 2 strong players. Enner Valencia, this guy literally, every game you put him in, he virtually assists or scores. It's a done deal. He plays, he's getting something just about. He takes all the penalties as well, brilliant, and he's only 32 in real life, so, and he's quick as anything. To say he's 32, he's super quick, so not a problem. What does he do though? Perfect, not a problem. He goes and gets a red card 27 minutes, 26 minutes into the match. This guy gets a red card. Well, that's the game over, innit? Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. As soon as I saw this, that's a write-off. And does the normally assists or scores, again, not as good as Valencia, but he's pretty good. I'm just giving you an idea. A couple of things go against you. It ruins the whole lineup. Simple as that. We'll go through a bit quicker now, so we're not spending too long. Champion American Limited. We didn't keep a clean sheet, but he was my captain, and he had a pretty successful time with it. 50 odd points as a goalkeeper, not keeping a clean sheet. That's pretty decent. So 63.3 as a total. Antonio Carlos. He normally, again, another hidden gem. This guy you can buy for a tenner or less, very cheap. He's not the best defender in the world, but I tell you what, he normally, may not get you 60 every single week, but he has the ability to get 60s, but he generally always hits that 40-50 threshold, which for me, as long as they're hitting around that 50 points mark week in, week out, is what it is. Obviously, to win reward, you want 80, 100 week in, week out, 70 to 100, but 40-50 for a play that's 7 quid, 8 quid, 10 quid, it's a no-brainer. Them players that are 800 quid that get injured, you need someone there then as a backup. This guy can be it, yeah? Matt Hedges, again, not the best defender in the world. The Drew, he plays for SC Dallas, but at the same time, we get a 1-1. I'm happy with that, and look at this, 50 points to say the team conceded. Down in Nagby, this guy goes on to getting a goal line clearance, something that went for me, which is brilliant. Even though they conceded 2 goals, he didn't assist or score. He still got, even without being a captain, he got 96.3 with my acceleration. Imagine if I put him as a captain, well over 100 points, amazing. Raheem Edwards plays every game, barring it when he's injured, which is very rare. Didn't play. As soon as I knew he wasn't playing, there's no reward. Look, 84.62. I needed basically 85 points. I'm not saying he would have got 85 points because he very rarely does it unless he has a cracking game. But I'm saying it's just a little bit of luck. Antonio Carlos gets his standard 45, 50 points. Let's say he gets 20 points more. Let's say that he gets 40. There's 90 points, 85 points. It would have been a crappy tier 3 worth a fiver or less, but I would have got a reward. And that's where luck just goes against you. I'll try. I know I say go quick, but I will try and speed it up. This is the first time I put an Asian squad into the game. I was looking forward to it. I know they've only got 6-8 games left of the season. It's done within the next 6 to 8 weeks, which is fine. It gives me I'll keep these players for when the season restarts, and I'll invest more into it. So I've got this goalkeeper, brilliant, put him in. He never concedes 3 goals, very extremely rare. What does he do? Concedes 3 goals, gets a minus. I know straight away then, that's it. Because that's how it is, unfortunately, on this game. I've played it long enough now for like 9-10 months to understand how it works. You need every single person firing on cylinders or having semi-decent games. Look at this guy. He wasn't even starting the match. He came on to the second half, I believe it was. They conceded 6 goals and he got a red card. Second red card now. Are you, I can't even deal with this right now. Do you know what I mean? So here he is. He's gone straight away. So there's no way I'm getting rewards. Skip him. We'll skip this striker. A midfielder didn't do now. Forward, saving grace his team is he goes on and scores, and he was my captain. 110 points. Again, I'm 90.6, so I'm 90 points away from getting a reward. Look at this guy, 0 points, 5.9. If they even just got 45 points each, which isn't, they don't need to, he could have conceded a couple of goals and still got 40 points. It's happened many times. And this defender could have easily got, look at these guys here, 42 points. 45 points is not hard for these 2 players. I've seen it. Have a look at both these players. So I could have easily got 90 points, 100 points easy. But he didn't have a good game and whatever else. So I could have got something. Again, just going against you. This is the big one for me. Oliver Bowman plays, clean sheet, cracking. Munin didn't score or assist in 4 goals, mind you, but still, as a captain, and his point total, 60, brings me to 79 points, nearly 80 points, amazing. Borj Iglesias, I won this guy as a reward months ago. He's gone on to pay me respect. Look at that, another one. But, as soon as Mendy wasn't playing, didn't start, job done. I'm 72 points away. Modric always assists or goals, has a cracking game, at least if he doesn't do anything. Look at this, 43.9 and didn't play. I just can't even, look at this, I can't even comprehend. If you imagine this, guys, you've got someone who's getting 80 points nearly, someone's getting nearly 75 points, someone who gets 81.5 points, and the 2 reliable people, and you can't even do this. I mean, if it's not a kick in the ball sack right now, this is what I'm getting. And then I think we'll come to the last one. We'll forget about the common one, but where did we go with specialist? 60, 70, nearly 70 points away. Goalkeeper didn't play. That's my fault. I know you're going to say, you guys, and say, why did you play 2 goalkeepers? You're not getting points. Yeah, fair dues. My mistake. I could have put a goalkeeper in there, but you know, goalkeepers are expensive, and I don't have 10 of them just sitting around. So I can only put 3 or 4 into the good leagues, and the other 2 just put into there. So I know I've hurt my own chances, but again, look, Rongier for Marseille and Simon, you know, amazing. Absolutely amazing. They had cracking games, but Casemiro comes on for the last 12 minutes of Man United's match. Not going to get out there, am I, in the last 12 minutes. Benjamin Tete just had 2 assists for Hull City. I'm a massive Hull City supporter. We're watching them tonight, 7:45. We're going to win QPR, and then we're going to go top of the league tonight. You know it. And then Benjamin Tete, what's happening here? Don't get nothing, and obviously goalkeeper. So again, I know I've just spent probably, I don't even know what this is, 15 minutes in, but what I'm trying to say is, the luck can go against you, it can go for you. It was against me. In terms of where we are for this particular game week, right now, let's go into it. Let's kick it up a notch, yeah? Let's do it. So, I've entered 3. This is where I'm at with it right now. I've got, we'll skip the common one, because we'll come back to that. So, for the All-Star, again, I've put in the best players that I can do. Bear in mind, there's only limited players that I have, and I have over nearly 60 players now, but I still only have about 10, 12 players that are actually playing this game week, as in, like, today and tomorrow and stuff. So I don't have a lot to choose from here, so I've put the best that I can put in for what will allow me. So I've got, this is the only goalkeeper that will allow me to play, and one other, but this is the one I'm going with. Antonio Carlos, we've got him with him defender. We've gone Valentin Rongier, Derek Etienne Jr. He's just coming off a cracking game where we got an assist, so I'm expecting him to start, because you give your boy respect. If he comes off the bench and gets you an assist and he's in the mood, you put him into the starting lineup. Why not? Give him a bit of confidence. He's only in his mid-20s. Give him some respect. And Benjamin Tete, tonight, that boy's going to assist or score and get me goals galore. So this is where we are with here. I can click on each one and show you exactly who they're playing. If you want Montreal, New York Red Bulls, I think that'll be a win for ours. Antonio Carlos, Seattle Sounders, I'll take a draw there as long as he has a good game. Rongier, what they just did, Marseille, I think Marseille are looking absolutely amazing at the moment. So again, when this guy kind of sits and scores, I'm hoping for that. Columbus, if he sits on the bench and comes in the last 20 minutes, he'll end up getting a score of 20, 25 points. If he starts, he might get 40, 50 points if he, you know, so we're hoping. And Benjamin Tete starts every game, and again tonight, QPR, as I've already mentioned. So that's where we are in regards to this one. Will it allow me to go off? Yeah. We'll go on to Specialist Limited. This is the other goalkeeper that I got. Now, you guys tell me, for this particular team here, I think it is for, I think it's this one, Eintracht, yeah, NEC, yeah, it is, yeah, Eintracht. This particular team, if you know more about these leagues, there's 2 players that both normally get around. One's much older than his 30s, one's, you know, 28. For this guy, Matisse, Brandon Ost, in that league, do they swap their goalkeepers quite a lot? Instead of having one main goalkeeper and then a second one, do they just swap and give each one like 15, 20, 25 games each just in a season? Because if I look, some seasons he's had loads and some seasons he's had half the amount, and the other guy's similar. And I've heard somebody say on, maybe it was Sorare, maybe it was a comment or something like that on someone else's channel, but I'm sure they said something like him or someone similar where they split the goalkeepers, so you don't know if he's going to play or not. Now, he didn't just play in the last 2 games, but he played the 3 games before that and one in August. So I'm thinking tonight they'll rotate and put him forward, so I've just took a punt there, so I don't know about that. Ethan Barlow, this was our rotational, and remember, with the specialist, you're limited to what you can with depend on the scores, so this is my best lineup that I've got. Darren Nagby, he always plays every match, and he's only 31. Crack him. Martin Hongler, he has the ability, again, a card that's 5, 10 quid, but has a card to score big. And Yuya Yamagishi, I'm interested to see what this geezer does, because I don't know too much about the leagues and stuff. And in our common one, we've just gone with the 5 best cards that we have in each one, hoping for the best. Edin Dzeko is a gamble, because they haven't played him the last couple of times, coming on as a sub. But hopefully tonight, not tonight, but Tuesday, tomorrow, they'll actually play him. Tete normally hits always big scores week in, week out. The game he's just had a stinker, got took off. So I'm hoping that we score bigger here. In terms of where we're coming from upcoming game week, and we'll probably have to just do another video for this, in fact, so I'm actually not going to go on about it now, but I'll upload another one in a couple of days where you can see what my upload is. I'm going to be doing all the leagues again, literally the agents are all 7 again, we'll put them all in. What I do want to talk about quickly though is just upcoming game weeks is this. Because if you've had a look at the tournaments, you've got new ones: Academy Novice, Academy Intermediate, Academy Proficient, and Academy Advanced. I was at work, I quickly just googled, I get like text notifications, emails, so I've had a quick look, but I don't know really too much. I'm literally just refreshing now. So what is it? Captain, you get none, that's fine. It's just like the specialist one, underdog, and whatever else, that's fine. Any number of commons, maximum 1 limited. So really, this is good for you starting players that are literally you managers that are just coming onto the Sorare platform, and you get your 5, buy 5 cards, you get 1 free. If you can get a card that plays, I mean, in fact, you know what it is? You might say, do you know what it is? I'll buy 1 card off the market, and if you're going to buy cards, now's the time to do it. And if you want me to show you exactly how I'm personally finding these little wonders for 5 quid or 10 quid or 15 quid, and the gems, honestly, the little gems that have actually, that you do depend on week in, week out, the good rotational players. In this game, you need backups. If you don't have a backup and you rely on someone, you're going to be suckered, simple as that. So if you can go for 5-10 quid, and I'll help you find some gems if you want me to create a video specifically on this, you can get 1 player, get your 4 commons in, which you'll get like 15 commons as part of the game roughly. You just pick all the best ones, Real Madrid, Barcelona, or whatever. It lets you buy Munich and just pick for the best ones. Liverpool go for, they'll give you Alisson as a goalkeeper, that sort of thing. And I think this is absolutely amazing for you guys. This should have been here a year ago, let alone now. Academy Intermediate, it's the same thing. You just add 2 limiteds on. So again, this is great for people that can't afford goalkeepers. Goalkeepers screw you up the jackser, So a good goalkeeper. So this, you can have your common goalkeeper, put a couple of limiteds in. My advice would be go to defenders more than have a defenders, 2 defenders as your limited cards, or a defender and midfielder, because strikers are going to be semi expensive, goalkeepers are going to be expensive as limiteds, but your defenders, believe it or not, actually do get midfielders. Get an attacking midfielder, somebody that is decisive, heavy, somebody who relies on decisives, and then get someone who's reliable and gets in a consistent score as a defender, because then if they concede goals or not, they're always going to get that. But a midfielder, you do want to have a bit of a bit of spice, where you don't know if they can have a crap game week or they can have a good game week where they get an assist or a goal. So have a look into that. There's lots of gems for 10 quid or less where you can pick them up. And then I imagine this is 3, is it? 3, what's this now? We've changed it with an average of maximum 2 players with an average of 60 or above in the last 15 games. So again, that doesn't mean you need to have players that do 60 or above. It's a maximum of 2. So they are putting some restrictions on, but again, any number of common, so you can have up to 5 and a maximum of 3 limiteds. And I assume when you put the limiteds in, you'll probably get a boost of some sort. I can't do it because it's locked right now, but we'll maybe have a look into this in the next couple of next video. So again, absolutely amazing. And then this one, let's see what they've done here. Maximum of 2 players allowed from the same team. Okay, cool. That very rarely happens unless you're getting a little, a little squad or a bundle. Maximum 2 players with an average of 60 or above, the same as the proficient, no different. And any number of common with a maximum of 4. So really, guys, I mean, barring the maximum 2 players from the same one, that's just to stop you from bundling where you get like a full Real Madrid team or a full, that's all they're doing. They're trying to reduce that so you can't have a full team of all the best players. Maximum of 4 limited. So again, yeah, you don't need to, you can have just common. But really, guys, what it's saying here, and again, I might be reading this wrong, you might be able to just put common into casual. You could literally, if you had that many commons, and like me, you might be able to put commons in all of them. It could be that if you enter a team that's already got limited, like what it is currently, where it takes off the academy, it could be that you can only have 1. So once you actually enter one of these teams, it won't let you go into others. I'm not too sure. Maybe you guys can tell me. The reason why I don't know right now is because I haven't done anything, you know what I mean? I think they've already got me registered that I put a team forward or something from the previous game week. So I don't know too much about that right now, but we'll have a look into it. That's where we are with it right now. I don't know what else to say, guys. As I say to you, I want to buy more players. This is the time for me personally that I want to start picking up players. I mean, as I say to you, if I go to again, um, I mean, I want to buy another goalkeeper, a reliable goalkeeper, because I can't just rely on the ones that I've got. I want somebody else so I can enter another league, another team, another league where I feel like I'm actually going to get something. So let's just say, hypothetically, I wanted to find somebody now. I'd go to here, scout, go to player rankings when it loads up, and what I'd do is go to goalkeeper and go to, let's just say I want to go to challenger, hypothetically, but because I'm getting pretty much into the Turkish league, which is this one, Sport or Super League, I'd go into here, going week, obviously the one that's coming up, so game week 2, always show the player price, and I would put on here, I mean you can put in whatever you want, but I personally always go for 10, filter, and then we'll have a look. Now what I would do is, you can see the prices here, £165. I only want to pay, I've got about £60 in the kitty, and transfer deadline day, which is this Thursday. What I'm going to be doing, because I've got the day off work, which I've purposely chosen because I have it off, it's like a national holiday for me, transfer deadline day, guys. So what I'm going to be doing is maybe deposit something into it. Might be a couple of £100, I might put £500 in, I'm not too sure, but I'm going to be making a big deposit probably on Thursday, and the reason being is I personally feel like this is the time to pick up players. I know that everyone's saying it's really risky, and there's a lot of backlash at the moment to do with Sorare, the Ethereum, ETH dropping so much, and will you get your money out of it, so on. I feel like the platform's actually doing very well. Ethereum wise, no, but if you're here for the long haul like I am, this is like, for me, if I don't win rewards, I don't cry about it. I put money in, I work very hard, and I pay for things, like anyone else. If you're going to go on a Saturday night, you'll pay 30 quid around for some drinks, or you'll get a takeaway on a weekend and spend 20 quid. You can spend 50 quid just on a weekend. Well, if you can buy 5 cheap beasts at £10 a pop, not goalkeepers, but players, rotational players for different leagues, I mean, for me, that's just a source. I still do that anyway, in terms of the takeaways and drinks and going out. But what I'm saying is, this is my little hobby, my little source. Am I pouring money into something where I may inevitably not get money out? I've paid for it. If you've seen, you can see here, I've got all the values and things. I paid the £100, got the, whatever it is, the all-star sort of version of Sorare. Why? Because if I was just on this and just starting out, of course I wouldn't do that. But I've been on this game now for whatever it is now, 8, 9, 10 months, a platform, and I want to carry on doing this for another year or two, just carry on playing along. I probably put a couple of £1,000, if not £2,000 to £3,000, maybe much less than that. I'm not too sure. I'd have to work it out. Maybe one day we'll see what I've put in, what I've got out. I've definitely put in 10 times more than what I've got out of it, 100%. In fact, I've got very little out of it, maybe 2 or 3 rewards ever that were worth £10 or less. So really, when you think about it, I'm pouring money into something I'm not getting out. However, the way I see it is that the money's always there. It's not like I put a bet on, I've lost it. The money's there in NFTs, which is the sort of the currency for the card. So it is there. When Ethereum goes up, as I said, I probably got £1,000 here. If Ethereum was where it was 6 months ago, when I was buying all these players, Casemiro for 270 quid when you can buy him now for 70 quid or whatever, because he's moved to Man United, that's trash, and he's probably not going to score like the Real Madrid scores or whatever else. So he's dropped, but Ethereum's also dropped as well. So a player where I'm losing 200 quid on, in 6 months' time or 3 months' time, Ethereum drastically goes up and everything else, that £1,000 I've got will actually be £3,000 I'll have just sitting. I should probably have around 2 ETH in terms of currency into the game, and I've got under 1 ETH, which is just ridiculous. So I know that I've got £3.5 just sitting here. So if I'm putting another 500 quid in, that's my personal prerogative. It's because I believe in the platform, and if I ever need to take money out, yes, I won't be able to get every single penny out that I put in. I get that, but at the same time, I'll still get a third, if not half, the money back. Then I can just walk away and say, I had a fun time while it lasted for a year or two, whatever. But I'm not at this time. It's not even been a year of being on the platform, and I'm still putting money in. So I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to keep going for it. But in terms of the goalkeepers, what I want is up to like maybe 50 quid, 40, 50 quid for a goalkeeper. So I just skip all these guys, go down to there's £57. I've already got him, Gunnar Gavench. So then I would go to these guys here, 40 odd pounds. I don't want to get anyone like him, 36 36 years old, 37 years old. Don't want now like that, because I've already been stung by an old goalkeeper. So I want to be trying to find someone that's sort of late 20s, early 30s, no more than 32 years old max, between 28, 32, 27, 32 in that region, up to 50 quid, that's in the Turkish League or in a Challenger League that's going to be on for another, so many months, is maybe 4 or 5 games deep. And then the question for you guys to help me is, I understand that the Asian League's coming towards the end, and I understand that the MLS is coming towards the end. I understand, obviously, the Turkish leagues that I'm involved in now heavily, and I'm really getting into massively, because the whole city's owned is Turkish, and we're buying a lot of Turkish players. So that's what I'm getting into right now. But what other leagues? I mean, I could do my own research, but just want to be a bit interactive here. Can you tell me sort of what leagues are coming up that I can maybe invest some of my money in? Or any ideas where you think I should be investing, or if you want me to go through, or you want to click on my name and you want to have a look at my club and see what I've got, maybe what I'm struggling with, where I'm a bit light in areas. So just any sort of feedback would be absolutely amazing. And as I said to you, on Thursday, with me having transfer deadline day off, I will be uploading another video on that day, but I will also be buying heavily into prices while I'm focusing on who's moving from club to club on the day itself, across the leagues, and I'm going to buy certain players. Like, you can pick up Alexis Sanchez now for 20 odd pounds, and some crazy players, Dzeko, he doesn't score all the games, but just as a rotational play in case that Martinez gets snookered, gets injured, he comes on for a month or whatever until he's rotated. So I can get a lot of, I want to pay like maybe up to £500, maybe £300 on rotational players. So honestly, I want to pick up something like 20 players, but then also maybe get 2 or 3 really solid players that are going to elevate each one of my teams. So come back to me, tell me what you think I should be doing on Thursday. What should be the game plan? We'll execute it together. I'm going to be online Thursday, Googling, YouTubing. I'll be on Twitter, Facebook. Literally, I'm going to be, Thursday's a day where I'm just going to be doing so much research into all the leagues, really trying to communicate massively between now and Thursday. And on Thursday, get on the actual, get on the Discord massively. Get on the Discord now. Start sending me, because on Thursday I want to be chatting non-stop about players. So I'm relying on you guys to help me out, and we'll go forward. So hope you all have a crazy game week coming up. Hope Lady Luck is on your side. For all you guys joining the platform, I'm really excited for you. Absolutely amazing. I think it's the best time to come into it, because you're getting the prices at an absolute all-time low, and in months time, if I think it's going to take off like we all do, that is only going to ever grow. So I think you're picking the best time. Feel free, we're on the road to making this unique happen. We're on the road for it. So https://sorare.com/r/ashman88. Hit the link, go into your market, buy 5 players from the market. You get a free card, I get a free card. You join the affiliate link, be on my journey. It's all good. And also, I haven't forgotten, I owe people cards. I know I do. I haven't forgotten. We need to work out a way between us how we're going to do this, because I owe a card or 2 to some people. Alright? I paid my debts. A Lannister pays his debts. Peace out, guys. Love you all.